What's up, guys? Eric here from MajorLeagueTrading.com, and in tonight's free video, we're going to take a look at a couple things that happened today, and a couple standouts here that I think we can watch going into the rest of the week. So, as you can see, yesterday, Monday, we had a pretty aggressive day to the downside. Not so much out of the S&Ps, but more so here out of the Nasdaq. And I think the key thing to take away from this, right, is Nasdaq daily chart down here. I mean, it put in almost a 300-point range, and this was looking really, really ugly. So my expectations coming into today was that we would see essentially this type of price action right through here, where we try and fake out lower, try and go higher, and all of that, is that we would see that throughout the rest of the day. Now, once I left the desk and, kind of check back here on quotes here, I see that, now we're up 1.56% on the day, which is an impressive move, considering that we also see, the Dow up 0.57%, the S&P is up 1%, and the Russell up 1.33%. So the Nasdaq basically did a full reversal of the action in which we saw yesterday. So the key thing in here, right, is I talked about this early on Monday morning, essentially, that once we can flip trend in this overall market, then longs are on the table for the week. Now, that level for the Nasdaq here is going to be 15,144. Once we can get through that level, which you can see is where we rejected from on Monday, and now right where we've come up to and kind of started to pull back from here on Tuesday, then we are pretty much clear to the upside, and that's kind of 15,390 quarter, to the upside there. So there's about 250 points worth of room to the upside once we can break through that level. Now, the Dow has a similar level that it rallied up to and actually tested today, which is 34,220s here. The daily chart in this is starting to turn around. For the Russell, it actually already broke that here today. That was down around 1850s, and we were able to break up through that, which was, a rejection area from Monday. They got tested a couple different times here. So we're starting to see a small time frame kind of trend flip here. And the question becomes is, okay, if that is going to, follow through, the only market that's actually broken that was the S&Ps here, which that level was 4406.75. And you can see right here, we get this small little reaction off of this from today, but we reacted from it a couple days ago here, right over through here, and we were really unable to even test it on Monday, and then today it comes back with a vengeance and breaks through that. So if that can break, which it already has in the S&Ps, it potentially opens the door for 44.79s and change to the upside here with a couple small targets along the way here. So I am going to be, as long as today's bar ends up holding, and we'll see kind of where we ended up opening tomorrow, just in terms of the gap, I am going to be looking for more upside here to come for this week. I think yesterday's action, today's action, kind of a little bit of a data gathering to see what this week wanted to ultimately shape up and do. Do we end up gapping down tomorrow, completely erase this entire green bar? Chances probably no, but essentially we've done something similar the past 2 days here. So keep that one open, and I want to allow this to develop and show us what to do on strength. Now, a couple of names I want to watch for this. Number one is PANW here. This put in new all-time highs today, just a couple points over the previous all-time highs here. Nice little pullback here after doing so, and then rallied up and held into the close there. Looks really, really nice out of PANW. Another one on the list here is HD. HD had a really nice break yesterday. I don't know why I started on yesterday, but yesterday here, and the game plan in here this morning was a pullback to 306.57s and see if we could get a bounce from that. Now, ultimately, we don't end up being able to get that pullback to 306.57s, and we just rally right off the open here in a pretty decent range. Again, $7.57 here on the day for Home Depot, 1.9%. Now, the key thing that stands out in here was the fact that yesterday, right, Monday, this thing was super, super strong, and the overall markets were relatively weak. Again, Nasdaq was down, a total range of 300 points, sold off from highs. S&Ps, same thing. And today, markets turn around, get a nice move. This also gets a nice move, right? So I want to find those relative strength names, that are kind of standing out here in the face of the overall markets. Apple being another one of those. Apple new all-time highs today. I'd like to see a little bit more pullback in this one here. I don't think it's something that we can immediately jump on tomorrow. I'd like to see it develop a little bit more here. But overall, really nice, strong name coming out of Apple as well. And then kind of taking a look across the board, a couple of the more maybe plays that are potentially setting up here is something like an NVIDIA. NVIDIA's got a pretty decent pullback on the daily chart. It should have probably held somewhere up here around the 420 area, and it really didn't. It broke down pretty hard. But did it exhaust itself to the downside? Maybe, and there's a lot of people looking to it from the short side. I want to see that one develop a little bit more here and probably look for a move, somewhere up over 430s, 427s, 428s, before I really start to get interested in that one. So if this market can flip, we do have a couple of those long names to watch, like PANW, the Home Depots of the world, and then some of these other names on the back burner like NVIDIA, obviously Apple, where we want to see a couple more things develop in those names. So anyways, that's what I've got for tonight's free video. Take care, hope it helps, and I will see you guys on the next one. Also, like, thumbs up, comment, all the things. Much appreciated. Have a good night.